Bismillah. Who are the Jinn, Iblis, Qareen, and Shayṭān? We hear these names often, but many of us don't really know the difference. Today, inshallah, we will break it all down clearly. You will learn who they are, how they affect us, and how much harm each one of them can actually cause. Because when you understand your enemy, you will come to know how to protect yourself. And you won't let any play with your mind or your emotions. Everything we share today is backed by the Qur'an and the Sunnah. So stay with us and let's uncover the truth together. We will start with a question. And this question is, who did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create to be tested in this life? Like, which of Allah's creations were made specifically to face the test of this life? There are only two main beings who are accountable for their choices. There are only two beings who are being tested in this life. They are human beings, and Jinn. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. And I did not create the Jinn and humans except to worship me. Who are the Jinn? The Jinn are created from smokeless fire. وَخَلَقَ الْجَانَّ مِنْ مَارِجٍ مِنْ نَارٍ. And he created the Jinn from smokeless flame of fire. They live unseen among us. They can see us, but we cannot see them. إِنَّهُ يَرَاكُمْ هُوَ وَقَبِيلُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا تَرَوْنَهُمْ. Indeed, he sees you, he and his tribe, from where you don't see them. They are invisible to humans unless they choose to appear. They can be Muslim or non-Muslim. Some of them are righteous and others are rebellious, like the Shaytan. وَأَنَّ مِنَّا الصَّالِحُونَ وَإِنَّا دُونَ ذَلِكَ. Among us are the righteous and among us others who are not. The Jinn live in communities, they have families, and they can choose faith or disbelief, same as humans. And the righteous of them also follow the messengers and the prophets. Can they appear to us? Yes, sometimes they take on forms like snakes, dogs, humans, shadows, or strange shapes. These are not their real forms, but they are using them to frighten, influence, or test. A proof for this is the hadith of Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu when he was assigned to guard the zakat of Ramadan. For 3 nights, a man came stealing from the food. Each time, this man begged for mercy and Abu Hurairah let him go. On the 3rd night, this man offered to teach Abu Hurairah an advice, and it was recite Ayatul Kursi before sleeping, as no Shaytan will harm you until morning. The next morning, the Prophet ﷺ said, he told you the truth, but he is a liar. Do you know who that was? That was Shaytan. Like, this Jinn appeared in a man's look, and he also gave an advice of reading Ayatul Kursi to protect ourselves from them. And the Prophet said that even though he is a liar, but his advice was true. The Jinn are also appearing in the form of snakes. And the Prophet ﷺ affirmed this, and he said, if you see a snake in your house, ask it to leave 3 times. If it returns, then kill it. So it's a Shaytan. This hadith shows that some Jinn are living at our homes, especially those who live peacefully. They should be warned. But if they insist on staying after being asked respectfully, they might be dangerous. What can Jinn do to humans exactly? Jinn can possess a person, and possession for them is a violation. And when it happens, it's usually by evil or rebellious Jinn, Shaytan, not the righteous ones, as the righteous ones don't possess human beings. And once they possess, they can have control over the person. They may cause a range of spiritual, psychological, and physical harm, such as sudden pains, especially in the back, head, or stomach. They cause intense anxiety or fear for no apparent reason. They cause depression or deep sadness with no medical cause. They cause extreme mood swings or constant inner whispers. They cause disturbance in marital life, divorce, and separation between spouses. And they cause also delay in marriage. فيتعلمون منهما ما يفرقون به بين المرء وزوجه وما هم بضارين به من أحد إلا بإذن الله. And they learn from them by which they cause separation between a man and his wife, but they don't harm anyone through it except by the permission of Allah. Jinn can also cause sudden hatred between couples. They can also cause sexual dysfunction between couples without physical explanation. That's why magic is done through jinn, because the magician or sahir makes a pact with one or more jinn, and the jinn demand shirk from the magician, such as disrespecting the Qur'an, sacrificing to other than Allah, committing evil acts, and in return, the jinn perform acts such as whispering to people, possession, appearing in dreams or visions, creating illusions, causing hatred, separation, love, or illness. And how to protect yourself from all of that? Stay away from magicians, fortune tellers, or horoscopes, and recite Ruqyah regularly, like Ayatul Kursi, Surah Al-Falaq, Surah Al-Nas, and keep your home spiritually clean with Qur'an, prayer, and remembrance of Allah. Protection lies in your connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through dua, Qur'an, and dhikr. Iblis, the rebellious jinn. Who is Iblis? Iblis was created from fire. He was not from the angels as claimed, he was from the jinn. But he rebelled against the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as he refused to prostrate to Adam alayhi salam when Allah ordered him. كان من الجن ففسق عن أمر ربه. He was one of the jinn and he rebelled against the command of his Lord. Iblis is not a general term like Shaytan. Iblis is his name and the name of his descendants, the rebellious from jinn. Iblis used to have free will, same as the jinn, because he was one of them. But he chose arrogance over obedience. His pride led him to disobey Allah's direct command when he said, قَالَ أَنَا خَيْرٌ مِّنْهُ خَلَقْتَنِي مِنْ نَارٍ وَخَلَقْتَهُ مِنْ طِينٍ. I am better than him. You created me from fire and you created him from clay. Then he got cursed and expelled from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قَالَ فَخْرُجْ مِنْهَا فَإِنَّكَ رَجِيمٌ. Then get out of here because you are surely cursed. What Iblis can and cannot do. Iblis cannot possess human beings. There is no clear evidence that Iblis himself possesses. Jinn might do it, but not Iblis directly. He whispers. Iblis can whisper pride, doubt, arrogance, and sin into hearts, but he doesn't control over your free will. He makes evil look attractive and good seem boring for you. And if you are left to Iblis's whispers, he beautifies things, beautifies evil people to you so that you fall into them. And once you get protected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there will be always a barrier between you and him, and your choice will be led by the light of Allah. Iblis has no power over those who are mindful of Allah. إِنَّ عِبَادِي لَيْسَ لَكَ عَلَيْهِمْ سُلْطَانٌ إِلَّا مَنِ اتَّبَعَكَ مِنَ الْغَاوِينَ. Indeed, you will have no authority over my servants except to those who follow you of the deviators. Iblis cannot control those who are sincere, obedient, and connected to Allah. His influence is only over those who choose to follow him, those who are misguided. So Iblis attacks through whispers, through doubts, through temptation, through arrogance, jealousy, and despair. How to protect yourself from Iblis? Dhikr, constant remembrance of Allah, sincere worship. He cannot control sincere servants. Seeking refuge, always start tasks with أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Reciting Qur'an, especially Surah Al-Baqarah and Ayatul Kursi. Qareen. Qareen is your constant whisperer. It's your personal Shaytan. The Qareen is a companion Shaytan that is assigned to every human at birth. He is from the jinn and he stays with the person throughout their entire life, constantly whispering evil, encouraging sin, and pulling them toward misguidance. Al-Qareen is like a personal Iblis assigned to you permanently. He knows your weaknesses, tracks your habits, and he tries to mislead you step by step. The Prophet ﷺ said, there is no one among you but has been assigned a companion, Qareen, from the Jinn. They said, even you, Ya Rasulullah? He replied, even me. But Allah helped me against him, so he submitted, he became a Muslim, and he does not command me except for good. According to many scholars, including Imam al-Nawawi and Ibn Taymiyyah and others, the Qareen is a Shaytan by nature and he does not become a Muslim. The only exception is the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, whose Qareen was subdued and he became weak, as confirmed in the hadith. The Prophet Muhammad also said, every newborn is touched by a Shaytan. That's why the newborn baby cries because of the touch of Shaytan, except Maryam and her son Isa alayhi salam. What does the Qareen do? The Qareen whispers evil thoughts. He can encourage sin and distraction. He can play on desires, doubts, and emotions. He cannot force you to sin. He cannot harm you physically. He cannot possess you. His job is to influence, not to control. He has no control over you unless you follow him willingly. The Qareen only whispers. You always have the choice and the decision. وَقَيَّدْنَا لَهُمْ قُرَنَاءَ فَزَيَّنُوا لَهُمْ مَا بَيْنَ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَمَا خَلْفَهُم. And we assigned to them companions, Qareen, who made attractive to them what was before them and what was behind them. Also on the day of judgment, when the sinner tries to blame Shaytan that he was the reason for his misguidance, the Qareen defends himself saying, قال قرينه ربنا ما أطغيته ولكن كان في ضلال بعيد. His companion Qareen will say, our Lord, I did not make him transgress. I didn't force him, but he chose to go astray. Shaytan. Shaytan is not a specific being. It's a title or a description. The word Shaytan literally means one who is rebellious. It's a name for the evil, not a name for a specific individual. And Shaytan can be called for a human being who is full of evil. Iblis is the father of Shayateen. He is the father of evil. So Iblis is one of the Shayateen, but not all Shayateen are Iblis. The term Shaytan refers to any being, Jinn or human, who acts in rebellion and who causes harm similar to the harm of Iblis. So a Shaytan can be Iblis himself, one of the evil jinn, or even a human being who spreads corruption and misguidance. In short, Shaytan is a title for anyone, jinn or human, who follows the path of evil, rebellion, and deception. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَا لِكُلِّ نَبِيٍّ عَدُوًّا شَيَاطِينَ الْإِنسِ وَالْجِنِّ. And so we have made for every prophet enemies, shayateen from human beings and from Jinn. How to protect yourself from Shaytan? Through reading Surah An-Nas, as it's the surah that was referring to Shaytan, min sharr al-waswas al-khannas. I seek refuge from the evil of the whisperer who withdraws. This refers to Shaytan, whose main weapon is waswasa, whispering evil thoughts, doubts, and temptations. Al-Khannas means the one who shows and hides quickly. He whispers evil into the heart, but withdraws and hides when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is remembered, like during dhikr, salah, Qur'an recitation. الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس, who whispers in the hearts of mankind. Shaytan doesn't shout, he quietly whispers into your chest, sadr, affecting your thoughts, intentions, emotions, and desires. من الجنة والناس, from among jinn and mankind, human beings. Not all shayateen are only Iblis or jinn. Some are also from human beings. People who spread corruption, encourage sin, and promote disbelief. They can be also shayateen. Shaitan can come to you through a voice in your head from the jinn, or a voice in your life from human beings. They can be a friend, influencer, or media. What they can do, they can whisper evil thoughts to you. They can spread misguidance, temptation, falsehood. They can create hatred and fight and arrogance. They can cause anxiety and overthinking. But they cannot force you to sin. And they cannot override the willpower of a believer. The more you remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the more Shaytan loses his grip. You can reject them with remembering Allah, dhikr, and clarity. And be careful who you listen to, who you follow, and who you admire. And the true protection comes by constantly turning back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because there is no refuge but Him.